Namaskar, my dear countrymen. Yesterday, we are all celebrated Constitution Day in great and successful manner. In continuation, today at CMTI, Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, I am going to talk about that. Government of India has declared 15th November as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, dedicated to the memory of brave tribal freedom fighters. The declaration was done during 2021, that is 2 years back. The first Indian independence war started on 10th May 1857 at Meerut, remembering Bhagwan Birsa Munda on his birth anniversary, Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. In the background, India's freedom struggle was strengthened by several movements by tribal communities. The revolutionary movements and struggles organized by the tribal communities were marked by their immense courage and supreme sacrifice. The tribal movements in different regions of the country against the British colonial life rule got linked with the national freedom struggle and inspired Indians all over the country. However, the public at large is not much aware about these tribal heroes. One among them is Birsa Munda. To make the coming generations aware about their sacrifice to the country, government has declared 15th November as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. The date is the birth anniversary of Sri Birsa Munda, who is revered as Bhagwan by tribal communities across the country. Birsa Munda fought bravely against the country, against the exploitative system of the British colonial system, and spearheaded movement against British oppression, giving a call for Ulhulan, that is revolution. The declaration acknowledges the glorious history and cultural heritage of tribal communities. The day will be celebrated every year and would recognize the efforts of the tribals for preservation of cultural heritage and promotion of Indian values of our hospitality and national pride. About Bhagwan Birsa Munda, he was born on 15 November 1875 in Ulhu village of a present-day Jharkhand. Birsa Munda, his childhood in about poverty in a tribal Munda family. This was the time when exploited British Raj started penetrating into the deep jungles of central and eastern India, disrupting the tribals who had been living in harmony with nature and natural resources. The Britishers introduced a federal Jamindar system in Chota Nagpur region, destroying the tribal Hatti agrarian system. The Raj brought in the outsiders, moneylenders, contractors, as well as feudal landlords, which aided the British in exploitation of tribals. It all culminated into Birsa Munda taking up the cause of Adivasis. He worked for refining and reforming the religious practices, discouraged many superstitious rites, brought in new tenets, new players, reformed many habits, and worked for resorting and reviving the tribal pride. Birsa impressed upon the Adivasis about the ceremony Puran Raja Rajai, or victory to the ancestral king, thus invoking sovereignty of the tribals, ancestral autonomous control over the land. Birsa became a mass leader and began to be considered as a Bhavan and Darati Abha by his followers. Birsa Munda had clearly identified that the British colonial rule was the root cause of all the problems and oppressions. It was amply clear to him that Abu Raj Seta Janna Maharani Raj Tunda Jana, meaning let the kingdom of the queen be ended and our kingdom be established. Bhagwan Birsa ignited the spark of the minds of the masses. The Mundas, Arans of the Adivasis and non-Adivasis responded to his call and joined Ulgulan, that is revolution, against the colonial masters and the exploitative dictators under the leadership of Birsa for their social, economic, political, and cultural amenity. Soon he was captured by British police and lodged in jail, where he died in captivity on 9 June 1900. My dear countrymen, he was died on the captivity at the age of 25. But Bhagwan Birsa Munda's spirited struggle did not go in vain. It compelled the British Raj to take cognizance of plight and exploitation of tribals and brought in Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act of 1808 for protection of Adivasis. This important act restricted the transfer of tribal land to non-tribals, giving huge relief for the tribals, and became a landmark legislation for protection of tribal rights. Celebration of the day as a Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Government of India has planned several events across the country to celebrate the commemoration of glorious history of tribal people, culture and achievements from 25th of October to 15 November to 26 November 23. As part of the celebration, several activities have been planned jointly with the state governments, and the theme behind each activity is to showcase the achievements of tribals in Indian freedom struggle. Various welfare measures taken by Government of India in education, health, livelihood, infrastructure, and skill development. The events will also display the unique tribal culture heritage. Their contributions in freedom struggle, practices, rights, traditions, cuisines, health, education, and livelihood. To commemorate the contribution of tribal freedom fighters, the Minister of Education, in association with various Asian institutes like ASTE, UCG, central universities, private universities, other universities, CBSE, KVS, NVS, and skilling institutions in celebrating Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. The nationwide celebrations of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas will witness a large number of programs such as debate, competition of the theme contribution of Janjatiya heroes in freedom struggle, several activities, etc., in the educational institutions across the country. The contributions of brave tribal leaders like Bhagwan Birsa Munda and others will be highlighted during these celebrations. Students will also facilitate to the good work. Similarly, when we spoke about this, I would like to say about one of the incidents. There is one hill places in the Nilagiris where Tamil Nadu was situated. Around this same period, British rulers, some of the aliens occupied entire area of forest area one night around 1900, around entire area with 100 horses with army. Those days, that the army will come with the horses. Those covered entire area, the tribal people kept as slavers more than 50 years. They taken all kind of work. The reason being it, they will get the good wool. They'll get the good quality of wool. They got thread and all will get it. And to satisfy the masters at Delhi as well as in London, the agents of British people who was stationed at there exploited the tribal people, taking the 14 hours only with only two meals provided with the law exploited. Finally, even after 1947, when the independence became that only, people are able to send them up. With this, I conclude. Thank you.